Today I'm going to run something by you that might seem far out for some of you, or it might be me telling you to go live your dreams, depending on what you're looking forward to doing. One of my biggest reasons for starting this whole business is because I just wanted to quit my job and move to Thailand and not have to work. That was pretty it, and I guess looks like the 4-hour work week have inspired a lot of people to do the same. When we actually lived in Thailand though, it really, first of all, yes, it was the life that we had dreamed of. It was that good. But secondly, it was just amazing how much our business moved forward while we were living there. For a couple of reasons. Not because it was just because it was cheap. Now clearly it was cheap. You know, I think our budget was about $300 a week, and $100 of that was just play money. And you know, $100 a week in Thailand goes a long way. But number one, we didn't have to sacrifice much. You know, when you're starting a business, sometimes in a more expensive Western country, you kind of have to sacrifice a fair bit, and you might burn through a lot of savings, you know, particularly if you don't have a job. Whereas in Thailand, you know, it just wasn't the case. It just didn't put that much pressure on our business, certainly not compared to living in Australia, for example. The other, I guess, what we didn't expect is just how much more time you have. First of all, you don't constantly get, you know, Uncle Joe's firstborn having their first birthday party, or you know, someone else is getting married and they need you in their bridal party, or you know, all these things that just seem to keep happening when you're back home. It just keep taking you away and constantly pulling you away from what you're trying to achieve. And there's nothing wrong with those things inherently, but if you're really trying to get a business off the ground, it does require a lot of focus, and that can be quite distracting. The other thing is, when you're in Thailand, you don't have to worry about cooking, you don't have to worry about cleaning. I mean, seriously, we used to be working, and then you realise, oh, okay, it's sort of lunchtime. You pick up the phone, you call somebody, and $1.50 later, someone's delivering you lunch. I mean, that's delivered. That's your whole lunch delivered for $1.50. So you're mad if you don't. And it just meant that we just got an incredible amount of work done with a much lower pressure on our living costs than we ever could have expected. And in hindsight, we should have moved there a lot earlier than we did. I mean, we did move to New Zealand, which was good, and certainly cheaper than Australia, particularly at the time. But, you know, it just didn't compare to Thailand. We could have moved so much earlier. We could have moved our business ahead so much quicker. So I guess what I'm suggesting now is some people say, hey, you know what, I'm not really interested in Asia, I'm not interested in Thailand or the Philippines or any of these places. What I wanted to suggest today is maybe it doesn't matter whether you like them or not. Maybe if you can, you should move there anyway, and it's not about a personal, I dream of Thailand, you know, so you want to go there. It's about a business decision. We sort of encourage anybody that wants to do what we want to do, if they can. I realise that there are certain situations where you just simply, it's not an option. But if it is an option, I would like you to maybe consider doing it. Moving overseas to one of these countries where you can just have a whole lot more time to focus on what you're doing without the distractions that you often get in a Western country. And the other beauty of it is, of course, is when you do get out, you're actually going to get a pretty crazy cultural experience. You know, you are travelling. Even if it's only once a week or twice a week, you might get out. You'll find that even maybe if you're a little bit scared of, say, the cultural differences and things like that, I can assure you it will change the way you see the world. And it's just an amazing experience. So why not have an amazing experience, save money, take the pressure off your business, have extra time, and maybe have the time to create the business that will hopefully change the rest of your life, and give you choices when you do decide to come back home, if you do decide to come back home. Have a think about it.